Hello. Oh, I had to get everything untangled from the ribbons over here. Um, so tonight we're just kind of crafting along here because um, you aren't taking it correct. Mm. You aren't taking yet. Oh, talking yet, correct? No, I wasn't. And I made sure I had the mute off. I'm just going to be matting tonight, and then I went through pieces and parts and leftovers. This was seam binding I had left over from other projects. I've got some white. It's not crinkled yet. I just have, these were just odds and ends in my stash. So if you have odds and ends in your stash, this is just some eyelash trim. If you did retreat, some of this will look familiar. I have this left over, which I thought was just perfect. And this is the kind of fun stuff that you want to put on the end. Oh, I see. Of your pages. Oh, that's kind of sticky. So we're going to leave that one right there. What we're going to do then is I'm just going to go through and mat. Now, if you guys remember, I had done this on the edge of my pages. Love it. And then I don't know if you guys saw that book I received. I don't have it down here. It's upstairs on display of Wilbur, Homer, and Charlotte. One of our customers, Barb, put a photo on the end of each page of this book. Absolutely amazing. And it's kind of funny. I hadn't seen the book and I had already done this. But this I love because it does make our pages a lot stronger when you grab the edges. So I'm going to go ahead and actually, I'm going to show you how quick and easy it is. And I want to put it on my pages. And we cut our pages at 7.5. Like I said, there's really no more. I mean, there's a lot more. You could do construction in your book if you want more pockets, more. But I won't do that. I'm just going to do the mat because mainly we got the instructions done on how to make the pages for it. And now we're just going to go through and mat everything. And I did cut this the exact same. So if you're just joining us, come on in and craft with us. Otherwise, I hope you're not bored, guys. So what did I cut that at? I believe I did cut, that was just that 1/2 inch strip that was left over. Yep. And you don't have a lot of pages, so it won't be like super difficult to 4. So I only have 5 on this side to do. And actually, to make this a lot simpler, let's just take, I'm just taking this scrap and time to, you know what? I had a challenge this past from class this weekend to use the, have you guys ever used Fabri-Tac for anything other than fabric? And I used it and I'm happy with it on whites, but you know what? It makes kind of a mess. It's like it reminds me of rubber cement. And so it leaves these little balls. I know that's kind of weird, huh? So I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to score, because we're going to use these on both sides at 1/4 inch. Oh, and don't go through. It's very easy to go through if you're heavy-handed. I'll keep them all the same color. So how's everybody out there doing? Tomorrow's Friday. Who's excited? And if you are new to my channel, be sure to like. I'm going to say it before Tiffany says, be sure to like and thumbs up the video. Okay, it's all scored. The end one may not be exact, so I'll start here. Now we'll just cut I have to go this way, sorry. I just cut 1/2 inch strips. But score first. It's going to be a lot easier than trying to do a 1/4 inch score. 4, and I only need 5. Don't worry, if you've been going on and seeing a lot of papers not there, we have a lot of papers being printed. So they will all be ready next week for pickup. Now all you're going to do is score these in half. Score them at a 1/4 inch, burnish them. And super easy to put on our page. If you're using score tape, put your score tape on first. I should have mentioned that. And then I would put it on first. Well, I wouldn't use score tape. You'd have to use your 1/8 inch. And that one, it's always hard for me to use. Okay. Super easy. Something that easy is what, and you could even put it here. And then I go back and I look at our pages and I'm like, hey, that was cute. I'm really glad we made this. And what do you use a junk journal for? Now, don't worry about it being a little long because we're just going to cut it. A junk journal can be used for so many things. I had a few in the comments. You can use it for like old paper, newspaper clippings. You can use it for just photos, of course, for journaling. Actually, anything that you want. And I think this day and age, mostly it's just a very nostalgic item. And we like to look back at our storybooks that we grew up with. And like I said, it'll depend on your book. This one's a very, you can tell it's vintage because of the pages thinner. And it just has that yellowish look. Then we'll just cut off what we don't need. So has anybody out there been working on your book? Okay, we're just going to put the edge on. Or what are you guys working on? I really like the edge on here. I'll probably do the back section, oops, with a different one, maybe. Hi, Anne-Marie. Okay, Anne-Marie, I have to tell you, I used, remembering, because Anne-Marie was down here all the way from Pennsylvania for class. I did use the fabric tack. Okay, I used it in the Wonderlust album. And I have to say, I did like it on the white cardstock. You couldn't see it. So that was impressive. I was not as thrilled. Whoops, don't get 2 pages. I didn't care for it on the other items because it did take longer to dry and it didn't seem as permanent. Well, don't forget, we ordered it. We have it in the warehouse too. It did good. I did really good. Like on the white. Let me show you. So if you guys haven't used fabric tack, so I used it. You can't see it at all Can't see it at all. It was not my favorite hold on other stuff. So I went to the art glitter glue and it's like permanent. But if you guys, there's the walkthrough from this morning on this album kit. Anne-Marie took hers home with her. Then you guys, you need to grab it before it's gone. The only thing, Anne-Marie, we didn't have ready for you was the ribbon. So I will pop that in the mail. And I did that. I did. I almost got 2 pages together. Whoops. Pay attention here. So it was good. You're going to like Fabri-Tac on the white. And I'm going to use it. I'm going to show you because I'm going to do some white in here. Yeah, I like the edges too, Terry. Just when you're putting it on and talking, pay attention. See, you don't glue your pages together. I did. Oops. Okay, one at a time, one at a time. And then I'll go back and cut in a minute. This just gave it a lot. It gave it body. I like that it gave it body. Oh, you're welcome. And guess what? So this morning, we've been waiting and waiting. We old people here got a hot tub, and it's here. And hubby told me just before I went live, it is at 90 degrees. So guess where I'm going tonight? I'm going to go sit in the hot tub. It's just a little one. Only for 3 people with the recliner for him and I. And the dogs don't like it, of course, because they don't like water. And we have one more. So see, that's not hard. So it looks like 6. You'll need 6 edges. Well, the company installed it. Rick had to do all the electrical. And that was ready. We've been waiting for 6 weeks. Oh, they're doing good. Your fur babies are good. They were sad when you left. They don't like when people leave. So they did look for you. I went down in the bedroom. They do that. They hate when any of you come and stay. They hate when you leave. Okay. Oops. Now, the one thing about that is if you do want to add like a lacer ribbon, I feel like now it has more grab. But isn't that cute? And I'm telling you, that book I got with the edges like that was amazing. If you saw it on Scrapbookers. So I want to grab, okay. Brenda, who taught the class in my store, she only uses the 3-in-1. I do have this in the store. So it's online. We've had it for a long time. And she says it's the only one I use for the white papers when you're doing your white matting because it doesn't show. And Anne-Marie and I were like, no way. Oh, good. I'm glad you got it. And this is amazing on the, it is. I will use it with my white matting because it does not show through. Okay, so we've got our edges on those. And I'm going to go back and we'll put some ribbons on the edges of our pages, but I really won't do much more decorating in here. This is where you can go in and really add your whatever you're going to add. So many things you can add. Maybe you're not going to add anything. I did that to hide those. Remember? Ugly knots. Maybe you're not going to do anything, but look at it, and that's okay. So let's get out our next sheet. So right here we're having, the story is as soon as the wolf was inside. So as soon as the wolf was inside. But this story is like he gobbled grandmother whole. You know this is an old story because they're telling you the whole graphic. He ate her whole. I mean, he ate her. That's not very nice. So I'm going to put the wolf here sneaking in. Or we could put the wolf here. I mean, grandma here, and then we could put the wolf on top. So with the 8x8, this will take 2. But you want to use the 8x8 because of the smaller graphics. Otherwise, the graphics are just really big. And I cannot remember our page size. So we're at 5 1/4. We did these guys at what? Oh yeah, 7 1/2. So let's put grandma. Grandma will be at 5 1/8. So I'll take 5/8 of an inch off for my page piece. That's cute together. I love this. I'm so glad. I'm so glad I had my book still. Okay. I know, doesn't that just change it with those edges? Now, in a junk journal, I'm not going to use many magnets. Or any. I just think it should be like this. It should be, hopefully it will get more bulky. But it's supposed to be like loose and open and just pages. Okay. Now, the piece that we slid out. Four. This was that left. We used our leftovers, so I'm going to cut it about 4 1/4. 7 1/2 still. And this is where I want my big bad wolf. I think I'll put him under. I'm going to use white underneath here. Emery, I love them. No, it doesn't smear after it dries. It doesn't. It's a dye ink, so no, it doesn't smear. They are very pigmented. Very pigmented. So you stamp and color, and that's what they use them for. So, oh, you know what? I need to, I want this to be continuous. 4 1/4. This I can take from that other piece, but let's measure it. 7 1/2. Well, Rhonda, I promise, after this project, I'm giving you a break till April 4th. If you've purchased the Wonderlust kits, I will be doing those, but they won't be live. Like I mentioned, I can't. They won't let retailers do them live. They have to be a private link for everybody who bought the kits. And so, I mean, I can respect that. Do I like it? Well, I have no choice. So I will be giving you guys a little bit of a break, and you can get caught up on all your projects. Yep, you get a break. I won't do any lives, but I'll be doing some other videos just showing you things. Of course, I say that now and watch me do a video. I can't help it. So we're just going to cut this at 3 7/8 by 4 1/4. I don't have any of the big cutouts. I want to get some of the big cut aparts. Let's see. No. Oh, that's right. She's also had, oh, I got to get my punch. We had him at the store. She's had a lot to do. My goodness. She's been a busy girl, let me tell you, between our projects for events. See, that's definitely, I need from the 12 by 12. I'm going to need one of our cut aparts. Not cut aparts. What are they called, guys? I can't think again. Yeah, we're on a time schedule, but oh my gosh. You guys, wait till you see the projects for National Scrapbook Day. For those of you who didn't get a box, we do have the access only pass, and you can get that and still join us. I am going to have cardstock packets because the cardstock has been included in our retreat box, and we will have cardstock packets available. No, we already do. Once you buy the access only pass, then you can also, when you join the group, the link's in there. The link is to Tanya. Okay, let's put this one down. And we'll see. We have a class at the store with our Winnie the Pooh card Saturday. And who knows if I'll have it. I'm sure you'll have a break from tutorials, I promise. Well, the National Scrapbook Day retreat is April 30th, and we will be mailing them out I think the second week in April. So yeah, they'll be coming the late middle of April. Wrong. Oh, well, the way I cut that, it's almost, okay. I see what happened. I could have used either side. Okay, on this guy, I do want to do the back. This is where I'm also going to use the white because it'll be a great journaling, white, or we can use, let's see. Okay, this is pretty thin. I'm going to try it. And then I'm going to we're going to see how the beacon does. So this is just one of the sheets. Let's go this way. And I'll cut it the same 4 1/8, extremely thin. It's extremely old. Oh, well, thank you, Tiffany, but no, my room's a mess. I need to one day just really get in here. I mean, it's looking better. It's looking better. Use the typewriter. Okay, when Lexi, so my granddaughter will be with me more very soon. And when she's taking over some of the stuff that I have to do, then maybe I'll get my room clean. Okay, we are going to give this a try, guys. We're going to try this beacon glue. It did work on the white. Art glitter glue works wonderful too. It does show through, if you noticed on the white paper sometimes. And I need to be a little gentle. This is kind of old. Okay, let's see what it does. It's, this is for, well, art glitter glue does do everything, but this has, it's for your, it says instant grab and all that. Whoops, for some reason, my YouTube, there we go, was not working. I'm going to try it. Of course it is, it's totally clear, but I liked that I didn't see it through the paper. And if you're sensitive to odors, you guys, my husband's out there in his swimsuit. It is nice today, but when I told him after I was going to, okay, I thought I did hear the shower because I told him he can't get in hot tub until he showers. And I just looked out the back and he's got a shirt on and he's walking around the backyard. Oh, that is too funny. And he's the one, I don't want no hot tub. So art glitter glue is my most favorite because it holds fast. And I'll have to show you, really can't see, but it does come, this does come off like rubber cement. So it comes off your black paper nicely, but you can't see it underneath. And this is really thin paper, so you can't see it at all. So Mr. Chicken Legs, he's going again to check the temperature. This is too funny. You guys have no idea. Okay, this is our white 65-pound matting. And again, it's 4 by 4 1/4 or 3 7/8. And then we'll cut it 4 1/4. He is sitting out there by the hot tub. This is hilarious. So I'm going to do the next one with the art glitter glue. I'll do this one with the beacon. And I did just order in more for the warehouse because after I saw that Brenda was right, you really do not see it on your white paper. Uh-oh. I was impressed. Okay. You don't see it. You see no lines. No lines whatsoever. So that's pretty cool. Okay, then I'll use art glitter glue on the next one when we do it. Like I said, if you're just joining, we're just kind of what we would say farting around here. So I am going to take this eyelash trim because it's the wolf. Take it in a knot. Get a bow tied. You know, this is not easy to tie a bow. There we go. And leave a little of that hanging because it's really cute. And that, I like how it goes here. So neat. The fun thing with junk journals, make things stick out of the top. And now you get to listen to Wilbur snore. Sorry. I don't know if you remember when we were making this, I had these little scraps. So I am going to put corner pockets on. Whoops, we got to do the inside. So for the inside, oh, good Lord. Since it worked so well, but I'm going to go to my dyed papers. And I'm going to just put these on these two sides. So you can use, hi Sheila. You can use your, I think these both are the same. Coffee dyed, tea dyed. Okay. You can use them as matting. She's got a bar collar on too, and she's up there hollering away. So for those middle pages, do 5 1/8. And you know, I'm going to cut this. I'm going to take 3 inches off. I decided. And then we'll put that at the bottom. Well, we're going to put something on the bottom. We're going to put the big bad wolf at the bottom. Now, I'm going to grab this. So this was the one I showed you guys. So I want you to see that you can do, I'm just matting. So I really feel like maybe you guys, this is boring for you. So this one's going to be 2 7/8. but we've got the action-packed wolf here. So 2 7/8 by 5 1/4. We'll put this there. And then I'm going to have a strip of gold. I do not have the gold because I don't have those scraps here with me, but I can go back. I'll go back and do that. Now, even though I've got the coffee stains on the sides, I'm going to go ahead and add more on the ink. I'm going to use the art glitter glue. Let's see what happens. So we've been using the beacon. Let's see, I can see the lines. So I have to admit, I was impressed with beacon glue. So let me show you. I hope you can, I hope you can see this on the camera. Can you guys? No, I don't know if you can. I certainly can. I can see the lines. I don't know how to get that at an angle for you to see. But you can see where I put my art glitter glue. And it doesn't smear out. I mean, I love art glitter glue. But now watch with the beacon glue. But we got to ink our edges. And you know, I did use some beacon glue many years ago when I was sewing. I would use it for temporary, well, it is what, oh, that's the other thing. It's waterproof. So you do have to scrub it off. But it is acid free. But I remember using it on the kids' clothes when they were little to do up their hems or something, especially my daughter, Kara, going off to school, and I didn't have time. But I never have used it on paper. And I was shocked when Brenda said, if I could have one glue, I love art glitter glue, but it would be my beacon glue. And I'm like, why? And Marie and I are both like, we don't think so. Well, I think so. And you guys that have known me for years, I don't like to use like tape, score tape, glue. I don't like a lot because it gets in my way. I like one item, but I have to say, you can't see where the beacon glue is back behind there. You can see where the art glitter glue is behind there. I don't know if it's because the art glitter glue dries so fast, but and it does come off your paper. You could use one of those glue erasers. Does anybody else out there in TV land, do you guys use beacon glue? All right, that's got to have a silver strip. That's all there is to it. Not silver, gold. Hold on 1 second. Let me let you hear this, guys. Oh, he did. Okay. Wilbur. Okay. One of the granddaughters came over and the dogs were howling. I tried to get it for you. And somebody just fell. Okay, I guess I don't have any. You would think I'd have gold scraps. Okay, then that page is done. And then if you guys remember, I have a question. So I need somebody to answer me out there. Do you guys like to go through this matting process, or is it boring for you? I want you to tell me the truth. Because usually we're just building away, and I feel like I just don't want to bore you guys. Okay, this one I'm going to put a corner pocket on. He is kind of scary. So this is the same 5 1/4, or no, 5 1/8. I'll take off 5/8 of an inch. You know, I think I will take a 1/2 inch here. Oh, okay. Well, I just don't want you guys to be bored. I'm the type that likes to construct. I think you guys know that. And I've told you, I love to construct the albums. I think I'm going to use the red because, yeah, I like the red. I love to do the construction part. It's like my most favorite. Sometimes matting, I'm like, I don't know what to do. And because I didn't pre-make this, I don't have a sample to say, oh, that is so sweet. Thank you. So not having a sample made, it's kind of like, ugh. I have to think before I make my decision here. We had such a beautiful sunny day. It was over 70 today, and it's kind of clouding up. Welcome to spring, huh? Well, hello, Linda. Yeah, I like the red there. I do have the smaller one, so I'm going to go ahead with the smaller one. And I'm going to use the smaller one. And then we had these ones we do have to cut out. Our machine for cutting is now back in operation. So on Friends, you guys got all those cool die cuts. On some of these older ones, we still have to cut apart. But if you have a scan and cut, the scan and cut will cut these. Oh, I make a lot of seat of my pants decisions, Rhonda. Let me tell you. But fussy cutting these is really, I promise, no big deal. You can do it. Just have the right scissors. For me, it's Uniquely Creative or the EK6S yellow scissors. But I do like the bigger handle on these. Now, when anybody comes to my house, Homer thinks it's time to play ball. So he's out there screaming for a ball. You guys get to hear all the noise. So we'll just do the bottom so we can maybe put a photo there. So there's Grandma sleeping, Little Red Riding Hood coming in. So these are also good places to stamp if you have stamps. Remember, oh yeah, this one, we've got quite a few here. So let's put the wolf over here. And I'm going to put a pocket on top of here. It just will be easier. So with junk journals, don't think about it. Just do it. And I used to watch Sally make junk journals, and you may have remembered some of her videos. And she's doing good. She's just super, super busy. She's cleaning out her house, as we all know. That's something we all dread. That's when we need to get rid of stuff. And but she used to say, nope, don't measure. And now I can see with junk journals why and where, because you just pick up your scraps and you use them. No rhyme, no reason. Okay, my page is 5 1/4. I'm just picking up a scrap we had, and it's 5 1/2, and it came out to be 4 3/8. I'm just going to leave it, and I want mine to be taller, so I'll put it with the 4 3/8. So I right now just pick up a scrap, and we're going to just score it on the left hand side and the bottom. And we're going to grab the cutter. And we're just going to cut it off and make us an angle pocket. Nothing fancy. Those dogs are crazy. Now, what's nice about putting this on top of your matting, you don't have to put it on the edge. So I'll have some of the paper showing, and then we'll mat this. Yes, Linda, we are. And Jacqueline, I just did a bunch of photos for her so she could do a video, because I've been going through them. So what we're going to do is have the golden books with, you know, I need to look outside and see why he is crying. Oh, he can't get through the gate. So we're going to have the golden books, and then we're going to have different pieces of embellishments like these. I just got some more Sears Roebuck. It was the Better Homes and Gardens Consumer Guides. It was absolutely amazing. So we have to take those all apart. The girls in the store will be working on those. And then you'll have the coffee dyed, tea dyed, different papers, white cardstocks. And then, yes, then they'll be ready for sale. And we're even going to try and match some ribbons to go with them. But because we were kind of like, hey, let's do this. Well, it's going to take us a little time. Just I'm thinking after this week, we will be able to really get those put together. After the girls, they got to get the books taken apart at the store. But don't worry, it'll go into scrapbookers, and you guys are the first. So what I want to do is I'm just going to take, this is that scrap piece from cutting something else. We're just going to put it in there, and we're going to trace it. So I'm trying to also put them like books together because, oh my goodness, there's a lot of them. You guys know I've been collecting them for quite a while, and with the help of Betty. Okay, and just cut my pencils. I know it's hard. It's also hard for me to see. So we can also, let's cut this by hand so I can see better. And then I'm going to rough up the edges. And that's what I do when I know I can't cut straight. Or we can just straighten it up here. So if you guys that are joining us on the video, we have a Facebook group, Scrapbookers of Country Craft Creations. And that's where when things come in, Tiffany gets on there and she gets them posted. But I let everybody in the group know first. So be sure to join on Facebook. Now, if you're not on Facebook, I will also let you guys know on here on YouTube, but it will be after Facebook. So you can use a tool. Now this is messy. You can use a tool. I just use my scissors. Actually, I prefer my scissors if you have the tool. It makes it, I know, easier, but I like this. Just don't cut your fingers, especially with these scissors. We're just gonna rip those edges up. So, oh, Homer, get down. Oh, I've got to he's going to tear the screen. As you know, we do a lot here at Country Craft Creations. We've been doing a lot more. The designers are such great helps. We've got a good team, but we have my granddaughter who is finishing college. A lot of you know Lexi, and if you've been to the retreats, you know Lexi. You've seen her. She's been doing this with me since 7th grade, helping with kids and just putting things together. But she will have her zoology degree and graduating and walking in December. And she gets to take the summer off, but she came to much thought. She's been working at the Department of Wildlife, and she does, she works with the wild animals and stuff, but she says, Mima, she calls me Mia. So you guys, I'm sorry, I'm giving you a little, I usually don't give my life story here, so I hope I don't bore you. She said, I've come to the conclusion, this going to work, going to school, well, she loves school. Well, she used to love school. I think she's getting sick of it. And watching the older people go to work and that they have nothing else. Now they're tied into their job. They can't get out of their job. And you know how it is being an adult. So it was like, welcome to adulthood. But she was going to be a vet. So I thought she was coming to tell us that she'd be going to Virginia now. She found a vet school. And she's like, Mima, what are you going to do when you close Country Craft Creations? I said, close it. I mean, what else will there be? She says, no, I can't deal with that. Says, what do you mean you can't deal with that? That's the way it is. You have a business, you're done. You either sell it or she says you can't sell it and you can't just be done. She says, so I talked to my parents, and she's in her 20s, so she's a very smart girl. And I've talked to Jonah, her fiance, and she says, I'm going to finish school and walk, but I'm working with you full time because I don't want this business to ever go away. And I'm like, are you kidding me? So I will have so much more help. We will be able to get all this stuff out. She'll be handling all the stuff that I have to handle. That, wow, we handle a lot here. Let me tell you. But hope I didn't bore you guys because, like I said, I usually don't do that. Because you guys don't care what I do. But she will be, oh yeah, Rhonda knows her. She will be full time and she wants to be able to one day just take over the business. But she says, but first, this is what she says, we're going to open another store somewhere. I said, oh, really? And where is that going to be? She says, I'm studying it. I will figure that out. And she says, and we're going to, you're going to be able to do more tutorials and get things done because I'm here. And I'm like, Lexi, it's your school. And she's like, but this girl, no, when she makes up her mind, she makes up her mind. Let me tell you. So I'm not too worried about this. I have a little short spot I don't like, but we'll get that later. So then, guys, I'm not going to have, you won't have to be waiting on me to get kits together and because we're going to have all that fun extra help. Kind of crazy. So I hope that wasn't too much TMI. You know, I really liked having this paper on here also. So let's do this. We're going to add some other stuff to it. And then when I say, I'm going to get the kits ready for you, I won't have to say in weeks because now I am going to be able to get the kits and I'm going to be able to get that stuff together without having to do everything else. Okay, let's cut this some more. Well, she's a pretty good kid. Oh yeah, she is pretty awesome. That's the problem. Yeah, a lot of you do know her if you've come into the store and at the retreats. She's been around for a long time. Well, don't you have stores on the East Coast, Terry? I know. I've got my daughter who's in Kansas. She's like, Mom, we got the perfect place for a store. And I'm like, you guys, knock it off. I don't know why you guys think I need another store. Okay, this is the lighter paper, so I am going to use my stuff here. I know, Rhonda, the big one up by you, they closed. Well, she retired, didn't they? Retired, so. I don't think I can retire. I don't want to ever retire. Oh, you know what, Terry? You're right. I do. I feel like you guys are. I mean, you put up with my dogs, for heaven's sake. Yes, we are quite a big family here. See, that's the other thing with the beacon. It doesn't dry as fast, but look, it leaves no marks. Oh my gosh, I just love it. But it can be messy, so have your rags. And it doesn't wash out of your rags, I found out. Okay, now let's get some interest here. You know what they did though, Terry? Do you guys remember when I'm going to cut this bottom off? Do you guys remember when Michael's, they did carry My Mind's Eye? You know, My Mind's Eye is here in Utah. And of course, they were owned by Authentique, and then there was a divorce, and it got changed over. So I'm going to cut this because I think that looks cool. And let's take it off for this edge. And then Michael's, once My Mind's Eye changed, no, Michael's went to their own paper anyway. Then they stopped carrying scrapbook paper. This is only 5 inches. I mean, their value packs are nice, and then Joann's did the same thing. And I know a lot of you do like the value packs. I don't. I want good quality paper. I mean, it's not that it's not good quality paper. Craft Your Story. Oh, that's a cute name, Linda. It's been, oh, wait a minute, Linda. I think I know who that is. I've seen her at the show. That's a cute name too, though. Craft Your Story. That's a really cute name. And good. If she's been, oh, she's a newer store. So, yep. We got to keep the stores open, because if we don't keep stores open, manufacturers can't manufacture. So, and getting things online is okay too if you're supporting. Well, no, I feel if you're supporting, there's times I have to go to Amazon too, because you go into a store and there's nothing there, and it drives me crazy. It just drives me crazy. So now I love this. My book is starting to really chunk up. It's getting thicker and thicker. And I'm going to probably, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this one. This is my second. And I'm going to make some photo mats and cut that one at 5. Always measure your little page though. 7 3/8. Okay, then I've got some of the black left over, and I'm going to cut those down. I'm just going to do a bunch of them, 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. So let's make however many. Well, this will make 2. Might be too big. We may have to go 3 by 4. Yeah, let's go 3 by 4. You know, in a way, Linda, Linda, I have to get it online too, because that's how I get it to my store. Okay, now I want photo mats. So for my white, I'm going to go 3 3/4 by 2 3/4. Oh, I hear you, Terry. Yeah, because if you're going to make that long of a drive. So what I want to do is put my little photo mats. I think I'll go this way. So that's what we'll do. Let's put this on first. Okay, I have been online now. How long? What does the timer say? For an hour. My husband's still out there playing with the hot tub. Seeing if he sure is funny. He surprises me all the time. Now, the reason for a hot tub, too, let me tell you. If some of you remember, back in February, I had to fill in for the girls in the warehouse. And I'm telling you, that cement floor killed my niece. And we had torn out our great big bathtub and we made a bigger shower. So now we don't really have a bathtub except for the small one in the hall that came, when we built the house many years ago, and it's really little. And I'm like, I sure wish I had a hot tub so I could soak my niece. And he did not want one. And that's how we ended up with, it's a small one. That's how we ended up with one. So we can take a bath in our backyard in the hot tub. Anyway, he was dead set against it. And who's out there waiting for the water to get hot? Him. I can't tell you enough. Look at that. There's no marks. Now I guess I'll be using 2 different glues. Just when I do my white matting. Because our glitter glue does everything else. Now I am excited to try that though on our plastic sleeve protectors. For the binder albums. I haven't tried it on there yet to see if it will stick. Our glitter glue does stick on those plastic binders, but they also come off. I've had it come off. Okay. So I want to take these 2 guys, our 3x4 photo mats. But I want these baskets. And these are 1/2 inch-ish. Oh, no, they're not. They're longer than that. So I just messed him up. But that's okay. He's the wolf. We've got more. Okay, our border strips are 5/8 of an inch. And my photo mats are 4 inches the long ways. So what I want to do is put this in between there. Cute. If you want to back this with cardstock, you could put it up on foam dots. But what I'll do is I'm going to put the top one down. Using the flowers for guidance, so I keep it straight. Oh, maybe he's reading the instruction manual. Oh, I don't know. Maybe he is. Maybe he's actually doing something. I got these windows in my studio so I can see the whole backyard, which is nice. Now, wherever I have that glue from the beacon, it just kind of balls off. You just rub it and it will come off. Okay, and now this is the same width. So I will put it right up to the bottom of my photo mat. Hi, Sandy. Welcome to the party. Okay, and then down at the bottom. So see, we have a little bit of junk journal, and then we have a little bit of mini album. And I love that look rather than just all junk journal pages for me. And we're stuck. Oh, are these guys getting stuck? So then we've got our junk journal to play with. Then we've got our mini album. And we have all of those little guys. Okay, then we have this one. So I'm just going to go along here for a little bit more yet. We're going to do, I'm trying, like I said, to kind of keep to the story line a little bit. This is a nice one because we have the storyline. Then we have Little Red Riding Hood talking to the wolf. And he's naughty. So again, if you have done a border punch, just measure from wherever you want. Mine's going to be 4 1/8. We'll use that probably for the back. And this is 8, so I need to take 1/2 inch plus a little bit off the bottom. Now see, this is going to be a cute place to add my pom-pom out here on the side. And I'm going to do that after I put this down. Oh, wait a minute. No, don't put it on one that opens. Oh my gosh, the dogs are going crazy again. No, I think I will put it there. We'll mat the inside first. So if you guys don't know, Sandy has been working on her junk journal. Super cute with our petals and lace, actually. We need the eyelash trim there. So I hate to do it right now. Never mind. Because I know it's not going to dry properly. So let's wait. This one is a little short, so I'll have a different strip there because it was that other half I just cut. So I'm going to cut a strip, which seems to be This seems to be the one that just is a great filler. Our plaid. So I'll cut a 1/2 inch strip and we'll fill it in on that side and give it some color. Oh, good. So it is almost there. Sometimes, you know what? Texas is the state we have, it seems like, the slowest deliveries from Utah. And it's not like we're 1,000 miles away from each. Well, we are thousands, but I mean, you know what I mean. There's not an ocean between us, guys. And yet, for some reason, poor Sandy, it takes forever. Dog, stop. Yeah, I've been having some other customers' packages have been going to completely different states. They just get missorted, and next thing you know, it's on the other part of the United States, and it eventually finds its way to you. Okay. Ah, I cut it a little bit short. But that's okay. See, this is where I was talking about you could put a magnet if you wanted, but I'm not, because I feel it's just great to have it kind of, I guess, droopy. Okay. Let's put the plaid behind there. So 5 1/8. I think that was pretty much the basics of all our pages. Oh, that's kind of crazy to go that distance. Oh, I know. You know what? It's the sitting. That makes me so mad. It's when you know it's in town. Okay, we're going to keep that. That's a good border piece. It's in the town, but it's sitting there, just sitting. Okay. I know, but they don't have that guaranteed anymore. They don't have the guaranteed, even the 2 days where it used to be, you know, we guarantee this in 2 days. They don't on their priority. I've had it come up sometimes. This is going to take 3 or 4 days. Oh, maybe we want this one. No, we don't. We'll use that on another page. Oh, you know what? I do see that a lot. That supposedly weather along the way, but I'm like, there hasn't been a lot of bad weather. Three weeks? Yeah, that's ridiculous. Okay. So what I'm going to do on these pages that are just plain like that, I'm not going to map them with you. I just want to go ahead and because I want to get the edges on and show you, because we've been doing a lot of matting. Again, I'll mat the tags like before, probably a white on one side and a pattern on the other, and then the same here. But here, let's do this one because I have a fun idea for this. But we'll need some more cardstock. I think this will be cute. So what I'm going to do is 4x6 photo mats on each one. So let's go ahead and choose the matting. So on this one, I think put that in the middle. I want to use the story. So on the story, we've got one that's bigger and one that's smaller. I'm going to use the two bigger ones. Make sure I have a piece of this left over for matting elsewhere. Okay, I do. So I'm just going to do this back side with you, because I'm going to do this side. Hi, Nikki. Pretty much the same, but I want to go ahead and just mat this, and then we're going to, actually, they're going to be 3x5. Let's do 3x5 photo mats on this one because of the width of the pages. Hey, guys, I was just holding, there it is. So we got 5. Yeah, 5. Are they all going to be the same? Perfect. So I'll cut all of these at 5. Oops, and I have to take that 1/2 inch off. Take a little bit more. Then we'll cut our photo mats in just a second. And then we're going to do I'm going to keep this one. I think I'm going to do these page edges with that one. Okay. So you need 3 pieces on this section. We did at 5 inches by the 7 3/8. I don't want to take my arm out. That's why I'm cutting kind of backwards. You know that reverse phone number lookup? This is my reverse cutting lookup. So when I don't want to pull the arm out and get the whole number, I do it that way. Now I'm going to want from my black, get a piece here. So you should have some scraps. Yeah, we're going to have to go down to, okay, let's go 3x5. I think that's going to be too small. But we're cutting scraps. 3.5 by 5.5. Perfect. Now, white. We want to cut some white cardstock. And this is funny. I don't know why. Chickens from sticker sheet. I wrote on my paper. Don't ask me why. Isn't that crazy? So these are going to be 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. And we want 3 of those. Make sure I don't get my writing on there. I can't even imagine what I was taking a note about. Okay, so we've got all the matting pieces ready. Except for, let me cut some more. Five and a half by 3.5. I need 2. You'll need 3 altogether. What have we got here for scraps? It's always good to use these up. Now we're good. Okay, I'm going to move my book. We're going to put our photo mats together. And let's ink our pages. And then we're going to do the edges of our other half of the story. Those aside and do these first. I always make sure I cut them correctly. See, you can't tell that I put glue back there. So happy with that. I've been trying to think of a paper collection to kind of mix and match the embellishments here with Little Red Riding Hood, but nobody's got any. So I know for the retreat when I used it, I made my own in that book. All right, now we mat the pages, and then we'll put our photo mats in. So if you're just joining, we just kind of skip those pages. They're just basic matting like we've been doing. And to be honest with you, I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but when I do finish it, I will do a complete walkthrough on those pages for you, because I know some of you aren't working on this, but remember, you probably won't have the same golden book I have. And you can, that way you can just use the paper that you've chosen. Because if you'd like to follow along, just kind of pick out, something that maybe would be similar or that you think just looks good in your book. Oops. Sorry, I just knocked everything over. Okay, I'm going to put the the plaid in the center. So I'll do the inside here. I have no idea what I put out there. Okay, now let's grab our photo mats. Isn't that cute? So maybe you have a little one that you dressed up for Halloween in her little Red Riding costume. That would be a really cute kind of layout to use. So let's start right here. I'm just eyeballing. Get out my spacer now. It's throwing me off. There we go. Also, the bigger spacers, they will be in stock soon. They are being cut. If you were looking online for them, Beth is getting them cut for us. But I love the L ones. I mean, I love them both, but I use those the majority of the time. That looks good. Okay, there's our 3-spread layout. It does. I'll be decorating it, cutting out. We'll put some cut aparts. I'll probably we'll have to fussy cut, but I will use the little die cut pieces, and then you could do the same on the back here. Okay, that looks really cute though together. Okay, again, just straightforward. Let's go now because we are running into 2 hours. And I want to get some ribbons and things on. So I'm going to do the same thing to my pages, to the edges that we did to these edges. I got glue on my fingers, of course. We've got one. Okay, so we need 6 total. And I'm going to use, you know, another one that'd be cute is the writing. But the plaid's going to add some color. So I'll use the plaid. Now again, our pages are 7.5. I didn't cut this 1/8 of an inch shorter. And I'll do the same. I'm just going to score 1/4 of an inch. And this one's 3 inches long. I don't know exactly how many we need. I think 3 inches will be in, that'll make us 6 and 2.5. So just go all the way down at 1/4 of an inch. And then we'll cut 1/2 inch strips. This may not be enough. Oh, it is enough. Okay, 3 inches is enough for 6. Well, of course it is. 1/2 inch and 3. That's, oh, my math skills. That's even cute, actually, to use some of that. So we're just going to fold this in half. This one's a little off. Let me see. No, that one's, we'll need another one. Some of these are off. That isn't going to work either. That one's okay. Okay. I got to tell my husband to play ball with that dog. He is just sitting. Can you guys hear him crying? Homer is crazy when it comes to a ball. And when it's evening, he says, I want to play ball. Okay, I know we have another scrap. Here it is. So this time I'm just going to cut the 2 I need. I don't want to score the whole thing because I don't need 2 this time. And they're 1/2 inch. If you want to do them individually, we'll score it 1/4. We need 6. It's a little harder with the 1/4 inch. But it can be done. You guys are like super quiet. You can make these wider. I just didn't want to get into the photo too much on the page. Okay, let's go ahead and put them on the edges of our book. Hi, Tommy. You've missed all the fun. No, I'm kidding. It's been kind of just relaxing. Again, let's make sure we get just one page. And if you're just joining and if it's too long, don't worry, we cut it off. And I think I'm going to do that with all my storybooks. I love that because of the strength it adds. And it looks really cute. Okay, we'll go back in a minute and cut those off. Easy with the glue. That one's down really good. Feels like there's more than one page. Okay, there's not. You know, if you had the time and the patience, it'd be cute to kind of go around the whole top and bottom too. See, there's that wolf. This one needs a little more burnishing. You could do this with washi tape too, but I glue my washi tape. Because it comes up always for me. This, because you want them to start getting chunky, this just start making your pages chunky too, which is fun. Okay, we got two more. Oh goodness, let me turn this. There we go. And we've got one more. Then we're going to play with some lace. Whoops, come on. There we go. Ah, doesn't want to go on. Oh, here we go. Okay. Let's go ahead and snip the extra length. Okay, so those, see the two different edges? I like that. It just really adds some color. And then I just have this one last, again, you'll just mat that however you like. Now these ones though are just little strips. I'm going to show you where we did the decorative. You might, if you want to leave them plain, but remember I put that one strip. So I do want to put this storybook, and I should have, let's see, kept the one that, but I didn't. That's okay. That coordinated with it. And I just need to measure that. And once again, guys, what do I lose? Oh, there we go, my ruler. So it looks like my strips are 1 3/4. So if you did that, measure yours too. Measure yours. So 1 3/4. The book cover was 7 3/4. So I believe these are both going to be the same. Pretty much so. And we're going to cut 1/8 of an inch off, and 2 of them at 3/4. Oh, no, it's not 3/4. It's 1 3/4. Good thing I have 2 pieces of paper. Okay, so I've got those 2. I do need to take 1/8 of an inch off. And I'll ink the edges. And we'll put those down, and then we're going to put some pom-poms and ribbons and lights. Okay, so I'll put my little story there. Now on this back piece, we have, remember how we did our hinge here. So you don't want to go over that, or you're going to run into problems with your book closing. I need to take a little bit off. Oh, actually, I need to put a strip there, and we have that. But I will do that off camera. So I'll just do a strip there like we did on the front along there, so it matches the front and that little area right here. And then it will match the front. So see, and now as you keep adding, your book's going to get bigger and bigger. Foam dots are great to really fatten that up. But the first thing I want to do is grab my glue gun. And it did have another glue stick in it there, but it must have fallen out back there. Okay, nothing stands. Okay, a lot of fun things you could do. The one thing I like, I think I just love it, is having pom-poms that when they stick out your book, or ribbons and lace. These ones didn't stick too far out. I'd put the pom-poms on the back page. So if you want to even put them like on the cover, there goes Charlotte. That's cute. So that's where that one's going to go on the back here. And I had these, like I said, left over. We had them in a project. Okay, I'm gonna have to. This thing, it's different than we are memories. You have to feed it and let it do its thing. There we go. You can't like push the hot glue gun in, and it's not like super, super hot, so it doesn't burn your fingers, which is nice. You guys, I'm gonna kill that man. No, I didn't mean to say that. I'm gonna beat that man. He's at my window, and I'm like, go away. I don't know what he can go get in the hot tub without me. I'm about ready to beat him. Like, don't you have something to go do? I'm crafting. Okay, I'm just gonna. Oh, cute. These, don't throw these away. These are great little embellishments. See how much that adds? So we could even put it here. I don't have, I've got more, but not with me. I wanted to use this actually on a bow on the front, but I've got more ribbon. So what I'm going to do is show you how I did a ruffle, but it needs to be on a page that is done. Yeah, that'll be a good one. So let me just, if you have the cigarette lighter, some of the ribbons you can definitely burn the end. So just put a little bit of your glue down. And then let's get this started. That's why I like this glue gun. It's not super hot. So I'm just going to wad that up as we go. There, because you want the glue. Yeah, you don't want it set. You want to be able to pinch it. And it comes out so cute. Now, if you like to sew and you want to ruffle it first, I do like to sew, but I'm not going to ruffle it first. So I just lay it down and then we're going to scrunch it up. See, I don't swear, so it's not super hot. Okay. Get my little strings out. Glued it on the page. There we go. And that's how I get hot glue glue off my page. So this one's pretty coarse. I have a really fine one I use on the papers, but I use the coarse one for the glue. There you go. Then when I cover it, you guys won't even know. So isn't that cute? So again, and that's going to add to our, chunkiness is in. So for those of you girls that we're chunky and fluffy, just think of yourself as a beautiful junk journal. You know what I mean, girls? Yeah. So you can go through now with all, and I hope nobody's mad at what I just said. These are also great to make tuck spots, or we can just add it to the bottom. Always straighten off that edge. Glue the sides, and you could have a little tuck spot. So let's do that. No, actually something just came to mind. So I want to cut 2 pieces. I'm not going to use it as a tuck spot. So we can layer it if we want. But I guess I don't like it. So you just never know till you start really playing with it. Along the bottom. Okay. Now, if I wanted to, Oh, that looks, yeah, it will be a little tuck spot, especially if you want to take a little 3x4. Well, these are a little bit smaller because they're the 8x8 paper. They're 4x2.5, I believe. Very cute. You can you can stick some things in there. And again, with your seam binding, just like I did here, I'll probably use this here on the back. And we'll do the same thing again up here at the top. So definitely get in your stash, see what you've got. And I know you've got lots. So a couple of things. You could use this. You could use a ribbon if you want a closure like Betty had done on the frosty one. And you can just use your ribbon just totally like that. Then you've got a cute closure. But, you know, I'm going to put it on the front. So I'm going to bring my ribbon here. I know it's hard to see, but what I've done is I've matched my ends. Bring it up here. There. So they're about the same length. And it looks like I've got some black and white. It's going to be too short. There we go. Okay, we're going to go around the bottom. It wants to go around the bottom. Sometimes it's like our hair. I just don't know which way it wants to go. Okay, this I do have more of, so I've got a couple of other pieces. I will probably get it and then tie another bow here, or I'll get another piece of the black and the red. So I'm not going to cut my ends. Now this one, I know you guys wanted me to show you, so let me show you how I did this one, if you're interested. Okay, this one's a pretty big one. Do you guys want me to show you this one? Okay, I'm going to go get a piece of that ribbon because we'll be using it actually in another kit. Let me go grab a piece. Okay. It takes a pretty good long piece. You sometimes want almost 3 yards. Okay. When you get a wired ribbon, some of you may already know this trick, but what you want to do, I mean, it's just too hard to use in scrapbooking. If you're going to do a wreath, that's great, but I'm going to just grab it and we're going to pull it out. These aren't the best tweezers, not tweezers, but pliers. Sometimes it'll break. We'll throw that in the garbage. But, oh, what did I just do that for? I shouldn't have done that. So let's go to the other end. So this does take a while. That's the only thing when you're working with a wired ribbon. When you need this much, don't cut it into pieces. I would keep it about 3 inches. I mean 3 yards. So this one does take a little bit more to get that effect. And I call it the floppy bow. Once you get, there we go. Now it's going to go a little faster. I'm just holding the ribbon, I mean the wire still, and I'm actually, you can't see, but my left hand is pulling the rest of it. Now, if you have like hubby, son, somebody super strong arms, they can really pull it out fast. But what? That only took us a couple of minutes. So, I know we've got that other wire, and here's the problem. Let's see if it's the other end. And I went and let go of it. But I can still pull it out by making the bow and then cutting it. It's just not as easy. Okay, where are you at? Okay, that's not too much to cut off, so I'm going to cut it. And don't use your teeth. Because I got caught using my teeth, and my husband had a, I usually just grab my tooth there and then pull. So he's like, you better not do that again. Okay. And this is a really thin, skinny wire. I guess you could use it for something else if you wanted to keep it. I put it in the garbage. Okay, so I'm going to do this on my book here. Because it's super long, you still want to get it in half, because it just makes it easier to handle. So I have it in half. I would put tape here once I decide. So this one's going to be, because it's a different spine. Let's take this off. 2 yards is a good number. 3 yards for a floppy. And again, we're using basically the lay flat hinge, so that's the nice thing. It will lay flat-ish. Okay. So for this one, I brought it up to the top. So I'm going to tie my first, just wrap it, twist it. And you want to make this bow a little bit bigger. Okay. And then rule of thumb, I always just cut it almost to the bottom. And then you can twist. This is really easy to twist, because this one I left longer. And then I'll take the second piece at an angle. this time, I'm not going to tie a bow. We're just going to knot it there. And then at the opposite, because we went this way, now we're going to go this way. We're just going to do another one. And then I'm going to cut my bow in half in the bow itself. Line those up. We're going to cut the ends. So I do my 2 bows first. And you can do this with any width of bow of ribbon. Oops. Okay. Now these ones I'm going to cut so they're just the length of the book. Oh, and you can, keep your little pieces. I'll show you because you can put them on the pages for pull tabs. So let's not throw those away. Now you can also make this more fluffy. So if you want, how many layers did I put? 1. No, this is about the same layers. But then you can also take these guys. And you can also add, you can keep adding more. Just tie it once. Don't put it in a knot. This one might be too, yeah, we got some here that's too long. And you know what? I did it, I should have done it standing up, but I wanted you guys to see. So let me get this standing up. Then, I did put one more. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 tails. I did. I put one more in this one, but I did it exactly like that. And I just cut them all different lengths because farm animals, they're floppy. Oh, I did. Okay, that's what I did. I did tie these small pieces in. Cut your ends first, and then just keep tying in the pieces that you want. But they need to be long enough, of course. So then I'd come down here. It's kind of like you're filling in the spots. When you get it there, turn it so that the pattern, see how the pattern will come to the outside? Some of these are too long. They just need to be trimmed. And then I just like to lay it flat and then I'll start trimming. I don't want them all super short, especially for a springtime one, but, and then it's just really, this one's just not laying like this one because you got to play with it. And I did it, don't do it sideways. Do it with your book up this way and then it will hang more nice the way you're supposed to. Then I just tied, this was some rickrack I have. And it does need to be in a knot. And that's all there is to making these, is just tying them on and playing with them until you get how you want it to look, twisting them and playing with it. But it does, it does make a cute addition to your junk journals for sure. Now this one, I'm just going to cut it off and I'm going to use the ribbons for something else, but I want to show you something. So there. Now see, you can make it, well, you really can't make it off the book, but you could kind of, and then tie it around however you want. These little pieces, because this is one thing Betty is doing in the, you know, my friend's paper, the Radian and Andy's. So she doing these. Now look how cute. Like you want to take your junk journal. She's actually stapling them. So we put them down. And I don't want to staple them in this book because it's not the one color I'm using. Then I would staple it. So let's take some of the red. And that's what I would use my scraps on. And then we will be done, I promise. So I would put it as a pull tab. Now you could glue it probably with the beacon glue. Good thing staples come out because that's crooked. Then you can make a pull tab. And you can also have those in your book. So all kinds of just little fun layered things like that is what makes your junk journal a junk journal. I really need to find my staple puller. And that is where I'm going to leave you, because all you'll have to do is mat your pages. I'll have to restaple that down, but I am going to use those because they're cute. And that is making a little golden book junk journal mini album. Super cute, super fun. Now just go through and forage and find the stuff that you like and want. I like that a lot. And also the paper. Now, like I said, I'm hoping the end of next week, I'll have the listings for all the golden books that I have, because I got some good supplies in, and we're going to have the tea-dyed papers with it, music sheets, and all the other old books. And also go find all your old laces that you've been threatening to take to the Goodwill. Don't take them because you're going to want them. And then I'll get this done and I'll do another full complete walkthrough. But I hope you guys love making junk journals now. And of course, our design team will be busy working with our new junk journal papers. And then don't forget, if you love doing fun stuff like this, the Wonderlust, go watch my walkthrough from this morning and grab your kit. There's not very many left. This is going to be a fun project that we're going to start April 4th, but it will be on a private link. So, well, guys, thanks for joining and thanks for watching. I'll see you. I'll give you a break so you guys can get caught up on all your fabulous projects, and we'll see you in about a week. Bye-bye.